Have you ever wondered why certain moments of intimacy feel deeper, more meaningful, and unforgettable? In this video, we're diving into the hidden truths of desire, connection, and emotional intimacy. You'll uncover the science and psychology behind what makes our hearts race, what keeps the passion alive, and how subtle emotional cues shape the intimacy we share with others. Stay with us until the end to discover how you can transform your relationships and unlock a deeper connection with your partner, rooted in trust, communication, and emotional safety. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means a lot, so if you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread our message. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. I would love for you to join me on a deeply emotional and eye-opening journey into the world of human relationships and intimacy, where we explore the depths of desire, connection, and love. This isn't just any exploration. This is an invitation to understand ourselves and those we care about on a level that goes far beyond the surface. Through the lens of scientific research, we'll unravel surprising truths about what makes our hearts race and our connections deepen. Have you ever wondered why certain intimate moments seem to resonate so much more profoundly than others? Or why certain positions, glances, or even the subtlest of touches can spark a fire inside? We'll dive into these mysteries as we explore the intricate dance between our biological instincts and the emotional dynamics that drive intimacy. From understanding the psychological underpinnings of desire to uncovering the factors that shape our preferences in moments of closeness, this video promises to be an unforgettable exploration of what it means to truly connect with someone on a personal and intimate level. It's not just about physical satisfaction. It's about the emotional and mental intricacies that make intimacy a rich, fulfilling experience. Together, we'll explore the fascinating world of how subtle cues, like body language or certain signals, have the power to shape our desires. We'll also uncover the hidden biological influences that often go unnoticed, but play a huge role in what draws us toward each other and what keeps that flame burning long after the initial spark of attraction. In this video, you'll discover how science sheds light on the complex relationship between arousal, emotional bonding, and the powerful pull of attraction. You'll be amazed by the research that reveals not just how our bodies respond during intimate moments, but also how deeply our minds are involved in shaping these experiences. It's not just a physical connection, it's an emotional journey. For example, studies show that women often have specific preferences when it comes to intimate positions that facilitate their experience of pleasure. Positions like opposite facing or from behind have been shown to help women reach deeper satisfaction, not just because of physical reasons, but due to the emotional comfort and connection they foster. Imagine gaining a deeper understanding of what really ignites passion in a relationship and how small, everyday actions can build or diminish desire. We'll talk about the role of trust, vulnerability, and emotional safety in enhancing intimacy, and how these aspects can lead to a more fulfilling relationship. You'll walk away from this video not only more informed, but also more in tune with what drives your own desires and those of your partner. Whether you're in a long-term relationship or just starting out, this knowledge will help you create deeper, more meaningful connections. For me, the beauty of this journey lies in its ability to transform the way we see intimacy. It's not just about fleeting moments of pleasure, it's about creating lasting bonds that enrich our lives. I truly believe that understanding the science and psychology behind intimacy can help us all become more compassionate, more patient, and more connected to the people we love. There's something incredibly empowering about knowing what drives our most personal experiences, and I can't wait for us to dive into this exploration together. But before we embark on this emotional and intellectual adventure, I want to take a moment to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. Your support means everything to me, and I wouldn't be able to create content like this without it. If this video resonates with you, I'd be so grateful if you could hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you never miss out on the next captivating topic. And if you're as fascinated by the subject of human desire and relationships as I am, please drop a 1 in the comments. If this topic doesn't quite resonate with you, I'd love to know why. Feel free to leave a 0 and share your thoughts, as your feedback helps me grow and create even better content tailored to what you truly care about. Now, let's dive in. The complexities of human intimacy are vast, but with the help of modern research, we can better understand the forces at play in our personal lives. Did you know that studies have shown a significant connection between emotional safety and physical pleasure? Women, in particular, tend to prefer intimate positions that allow for a greater sense of emotional connection, such as opposite-facing or positions that allow for physical closeness, which often lead to more intense satisfaction. This speaks to the deeper truth that intimacy is about much more than just the physical. It's a holistic experience that involves the mind, body, and heart working together. So, whether you're curious about how to deepen your own connections or you're simply intrigued by the science of desire, I invite you to stay with me throughout this video. What we're about to explore has the potential to change the way you think about relationships, intimacy, and even yourself. Together, let's uncover the secrets of what truly makes us tick, what fuels the fires of attraction, and how we can all find greater satisfaction, both emotionally and physically, in our most intimate moments. Intimacy is one of the most profound experiences that goes far beyond the physical realm. It touches the deepest parts of our emotional and psychological being, creating bonds that can shape the very foundation of a relationship. For women, intimacy doesn't just evoke feelings of physical pleasure. It taps into emotional centers in the brain, heightening feelings of love, attachment, and connection. This is where intimacy becomes transformative. It is not just about physical acts but the emotional landscape that those acts inhabit. When a woman feels emotionally safe and connected, the physical experience is elevated, creating a more meaningful and satisfying bond with her partner. The research surrounding this emotional activation is truly fascinating. Studies show that when a woman feels intimately close to her partner, specific areas in the brain that are responsible for emotions like trust, security, and love light up. It's almost as if intimacy acts as a bridge, connecting two people on an emotional level that transcends words. This deep emotional bond can strengthen the relationship, making partners feel closer, more secure, and more understood. It reminds us that true intimacy is about vulnerability and emotional connection, not just physical pleasure. Speaking of pleasure, the statistics surrounding women's intimate experiences reveal some surprising facts about how they explore and enhance their desires. According to research, 53% of women incorporate intimate devices into their personal routines. This suggests that a significant number of women are actively seeking ways to understand their bodies better, explore their desires, and enhance their intimate satisfaction. It highlights the fact that intimacy is a deeply personal journey, and each person approaches it in their own unique way. However, despite the widespread use of intimate aids, satisfaction doesn't always come easily or quickly. Studies indicate that only 46% of women are able to reach climax within 3 minutes of self-stimulation, which illustrates just how complex female desire can be. For many women, arousal and satisfaction are not purely physical experiences. They involve the mind, emotions, and a deep sense of connection. Intimacy, for women, is often a journey of understanding, where each individual learns what makes them feel truly satisfied, emotionally fulfilled, and physically connected. As women age, their preferences and desires within intimate relationships can shift as well. Research shows that older women tend to favor certain physical attributes in their partners that contribute to their comfort and satisfaction. Specifically, many women in their later years prefer a size between 5 and 6 inches for physical intimacy. This preference is linked to the balance of comfort and pleasure that these women experience, underscoring the importance of physical compatibility in maintaining a satisfying relationship. These findings challenge the myth that intimacy loses importance as we age. If anything, it becomes even more important to find what works best for both partners. On the other hand, men with sizes under 10 centimeters may face certain challenges when it comes to providing satisfaction to their partners, according to research. This raises interesting questions about the role physical attributes play in attraction and satisfaction within a relationship. While size may be a factor, it's important to remember that intimacy is multifaceted, involving much more than physical characteristics. Emotional connection, communication, and mutual understanding are just as crucial, if not more so, in ensuring that both partners feel satisfied. The beauty of intimacy lies in its complexity. It's not just about physical acts or appearances. It's about understanding the emotional, psychological, and relational factors that contribute to a fulfilling experience. Every individual is different, and what brings one person satisfaction might be entirely different for someone else. It's this unique blend of personal preference, emotional connection, and physical compatibility that makes intimacy such a rich and rewarding aspect of human relationships. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. For many couples, communication is key to navigating these complexities. When both partners are open about their desires, preferences, and emotional needs, they create an environment where intimacy can thrive. It's not just about meeting physical needs. It's about building a relationship where both people feel emotionally secure, understood, and valued. This emotional intimacy often leads to greater physical satisfaction, as both partners feel more connected and in tune with each other's needs. What this research ultimately shows is that intimacy is a powerful force in human relationships. It has the ability to deepen emotional bonds, enhance physical pleasure, and create a stronger sense of connection between partners. But it also reminds us that intimacy is highly individual. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. Each person brings their own unique set of experiences, desires, and emotions to the table, and it's through communication, understanding, and patience that true intimacy is cultivated. In a world where many people are searching for deeper connections and more meaningful relationships, understanding the complexities of intimacy is more important than ever. Whether it's through exploring one's own body, finding the right emotional balance with a partner, or navigating the changing preferences that come with age, intimacy remains a vital part of human connection. The more we understand it, the more we can foster relationships that are not only physically satisfying but also emotionally fulfilling. So, as we reflect on these insights, we are reminded that intimacy is not just an act, it's a journey. It's a path that we walk with our partners, where we learn about ourselves, our desires, and the ways we can connect more deeply with those we love. Whether we're just starting out in a relationship or navigating the complexities of a long-term partnership, intimacy offers endless opportunities for growth, understanding, and connection. It's an essential part of the human experience, and its impact on our lives goes far beyond what we often realize. Let's take a deep dive into the fascinating world of human behavior and the complexities of intimate relationships, where science meets the intricacies of love, desire, and connection. Understanding what drives us toward each other, how we bond, and what keeps the flame of passion alive requires us to look beyond the surface and into the deeper forces that govern our actions and feelings. By exploring these research findings, we can unravel the layers of human intimacy and discover the hidden truths about what makes relationships thrive. Attraction, for example, is far more complex than we often realize. When women are drawn to men with prominent cheekbones or a chiseled jawline, it's easy to assume these are superficial preferences based on physical appearance alone. But research has shown that these features signify much more than just looks. They are deeply connected to biological markers of health and strength. Elevated testosterone levels, often associated with these masculine features, signal good genetic fitness. In other words, our biology, deeply rooted in evolutionary instincts, subtly pushes us toward choosing partners who appear strong, healthy, and capable of passing on good genes to future generations. What might seem like attraction to physical aesthetics is actually a complex biological response rooted in the human desire for survival and reproduction. These instinctual attractions speak to a more primal part of the human experience, but they are only one piece of the puzzle. What many people don't realize is how environmental factors, such as the circumstances in which we meet someone, can also significantly impact our attraction to them. Imagine meeting someone during a stressful or high-stakes situation, maybe during an adventurous activity or in the midst of an adrenaline-pumping moment. Studies reveal that our brain often confuses the physical symptoms of excitement, fear, or stress, like a racing heart, sweaty palms, and rapid breathing, with romantic or sexual attraction. This phenomenon, known as the misattribution of arousal, explains why people often feel drawn to others during thrilling experiences. The heightened emotional state tricks the brain into linking those intense physical reactions to the person present at the time, leading to a stronger, and sometimes unexpected, sense of attraction. It's amazing how our minds can play tricks on us, making us feel romantically connected in ways we never anticipated. When we talk about intimacy, it's crucial to understand that it's not just a physical act. It's a deeply emotional and psychological experience as well. The way we communicate with our partners can be a powerful tool in enhancing intimacy and strengthening the bond between two people. Studies have shown that verbal communication during intimate moments plays a key role in arousal and satisfaction, particularly for women. In fact, around 80% of women report feeling more pleasure and excitement when their partners engage in verbal teasing or whisper provocative comments during intimate encounters. This type of communication adds an element of anticipation and emotional depth, which helps build a stronger connection between partners. Whispered words or subtle, playful comments not only heighten physical arousal, but also create a shared emotional experience that draws the couple closer together. Verbal communication in intimate settings isn't just about stimulating the body, it's about touching the soul. When partners take the time to speak to each other in ways that affirm their desire, admiration, and affection, they lay the groundwork for a relationship built on mutual respect, emotional closeness, and trust. It's in these moments of vulnerability and openness that real intimacy is born. The exchange of words during intimate moments helps partners feel more understood, appreciated, and valued. And it's this emotional connection that can turn a fleeting encounter into a deeply meaningful experience. But beyond the thrill of the moment, the emotional aftereffects of intimate encounters are just as important in maintaining a healthy relationship. A deeper emotional connection fosters greater trust, which in turn strengthens the overall relationship. When partners feel emotionally safe with one another, they are more likely to be open about their desires, preferences, and needs, creating an environment where both people can feel fulfilled. This openness encourages ongoing communication, which is essential for keeping a relationship strong over time. As we continue to explore the intricacies of human intimacy, it's clear that the physical and emotional aspects of attraction and connection are inextricably linked. It's not just about the surface-level traits like cheekbones or jawlines, nor is it solely about how we feel in the heat of the moment. True intimacy comes from understanding the full picture, the biological, psychological, and emotional elements that all play a role in creating a fulfilling relationship. Interestingly, research also points to how age can influence intimate preferences. For example, older women often have specific preferences when it comes to the physical attributes of their partners. Studies show that many older women tend to prefer a size range between 5 and 6 inches in their partners, a finding that highlights how physical compatibility plays a significant role in comfort and satisfaction within a relationship. What's notable here is that as women age, their intimate needs and preferences may shift, becoming more focused on comfort and emotional connection rather than purely on physical attraction. This shift underscores the importance of communication and understanding between partners as they navigate these changes together. Furthermore, men who possess certain physical attributes may face unique challenges when it comes to intimacy. For instance, research suggests that men with sizes under 10 centimeters may find it more difficult to provide physical satisfaction to their partners. However, this raises a broader question. How much does physical size really matter in the grand scheme of intimacy? While physical attributes can certainly influence satisfaction, they are not the only factors that contribute to a fulfilling intimate relationship. Emotional connection, trust, communication, and mutual understanding are often far more important in building a lasting and meaningful bond. Physical characteristics are just one aspect of a much larger equation, and focusing on emotional intimacy can often lead to a more rewarding experience for both partners. Ultimately, the complexities of human intimacy are vast and varied, shaped by a combination of biological, psychological, and emotional factors. Attraction is not just about what we see on the outside. It's about how we feel on the inside and how we connect with another person on a deeper level. Understanding these dynamics can help us build stronger, more fulfilling relationships where both partners feel valued, understood, and loved. As we unravel these layers of intimacy, one thing becomes abundantly clear. True fulfillment in a relationship comes not just from physical pleasure but from the emotional connections we build with our partners. Through open communication, mutual respect, and a deep understanding of each other's needs, we can create relationships that are not only satisfying in the moment, but that also stand the test of time. So as we delve into these fascinating topics, let's embrace the complexity of human desire and connection, knowing that the real secrets to intimacy lie not just in what we do, but in how we feel and communicate with those we love. It's incredibly important to recognize the wide range of needs, desires, and emotional dynamics that play out between men and women in intimate relationships. While each individual is unique, there are some common patterns in how men and women approach intimacy, connection, and desire. For many women, emotional intimacy and a deep sense of connection with their partner are foundational. They often seek a partner who makes them feel secure, loved, and emotionally understood. Women tend to crave a sense of closeness that goes beyond the physical, where vulnerability and trust are deeply intertwined. This emotional depth can be the key to unlocking fulfillment in relationships, as it creates a strong bond that sustains both partners through life's ups and downs. Men, on the other hand, often find excitement and passion in variety and novelty within their intimate experiences. This isn't to say that men don't value emotional connection, far from it, but their approach to intimacy may involve a desire for newness, spontaneity, and the thrill of exploration. This desire for novelty doesn't mean they are less committed. Rather, it reflects a different way of experiencing and expressing passion. When couples understand these differences, they can cultivate a relationship that embraces both emotional depth and a sense of adventure. By doing so, they create a dynamic that keeps intimacy alive and thriving. The truth is, when couples acknowledge and appreciate these differences, they can build a relationship that is both emotionally fulfilling and physically exciting. Understanding these nuances is the first step to creating harmony in a relationship. Rather than seeing these differences as obstacles, they can be seen as opportunities for growth and deeper connection. This kind of mutual respect and understanding can help couples navigate the complexities of desire, leading to a more satisfying and balanced relationship. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, I'd love for you to let me know by leaving a comment with the number 1. It's a great way to show that you're engaged and interested in exploring these topics further. When it comes to physical intimacy, the smallest gestures can make a world of difference. For instance, research suggests that focusing on a woman's sensitive areas before penetration, specifically by stimulating these areas with the head of the member, can greatly enhance her arousal and desire. This approach shows thoughtfulness and consideration, acknowledging her needs and preferences while fostering a deeper emotional connection. This act isn't just about increasing physical pleasure, it's about demonstrating a deep understanding of what makes her feel seen, respected, and valued in the moment. In many ways, physical intimacy is about communication. It's a dialogue between two people where each gesture, touch, and action says something about how we care for and value our partner. Taking the time to understand what your partner enjoys and what makes them feel loved is crucial for building a deep, lasting connection. When a couple truly understands each other on this level, it opens the door to a more fulfilling and satisfying intimate relationship. At the heart of every intimate experience is a combination of biology, psychology, and emotional connection. By exploring these aspects, we can gain a deeper understanding of the intricate ways in which desire and pleasure work in harmony with our minds and bodies. There are many fascinating elements to this dynamic, such as the way in which confidence and assertiveness play a role in attraction. Research shows that women often feel naturally drawn to men who exhibit boldness, determination, and a strong sense of self. These traits are seen as signs of strength, reliability, and leadership, qualities that have been historically associated with good potential partners. When a man displays confidence and assertiveness, it can ignite a sense of attraction in a woman that goes beyond the physical. It taps into deeper psychological responses that are connected to feeling safe and protected, enhancing the emotional bond between them. This dynamic can be a powerful force in creating desire and can strengthen the connection between partners, especially when combined with emotional intimacy. But attraction and desire are influenced by more than just personality traits and communication. Incredibly, even subtle, non-verbal cues can have a profound effect on how we feel about our partners. One of the most surprising findings in recent research is the physiological effect that female tears can have on men. Studies have shown that when men are exposed to female tears, their testosterone levels drop, which in turn lowers their physical arousal. This phenomenon demonstrates how deeply our emotions and bodies are intertwined. Tears, which are often a sign of vulnerability and emotional expression, trigger a biological response in men that seems to promote a shift away from physical desire and toward emotional care and concern. This effect highlights the complex ways in which our emotions influence our physical responses, reminding us that intimacy is not just about physical pleasure. It's about emotional connection and the deep, often unspoken, bonds we share with our partners. This interaction between emotions and biology is a reminder that human relationships are incredibly multifaceted. Physical attraction and arousal are just one piece of the puzzle. Our bodies respond to emotional cues in ways that go far beyond what we consciously recognize. Whether it's the drop in arousal triggered by tears or the heightened attraction spurred by confidence, these subtle cues play a significant role in shaping our intimate lives. Understanding these dynamics can help couples create stronger, more fulfilling relationships. It's not enough to focus solely on physical pleasure. True intimacy requires an understanding of the emotional and psychological forces at play. When couples take the time to explore and understand these aspects of their relationship, they can create a bond that is not only physically satisfying but also emotionally enriching. What's more, this understanding of intimacy can deepen the relationship as partners grow older and their needs evolve. As we age, the importance of emotional connection often becomes more prominent, and physical intimacy can take on new meanings. For older couples, the focus may shift from novelty and excitement to comfort, companionship, and deep emotional bonds. This doesn't mean that physical desire fades, it just transforms. Partners who understand the importance of communication and mutual respect can continue to nurture their relationship, even as their needs change. Intimacy is a journey, and every stage of life offers new opportunities to grow closer to our partners. By understanding the biological, psychological, and emotional aspects of attraction and desire, we can navigate these changes with grace and understanding. The result is a relationship that is rich, fulfilling, and deeply satisfying on all levels. In the end, human intimacy is about much more than physical acts. It's about the connection we share with another person, the trust we build, and the love we nurture. Whether it's through small gestures of care, thoughtful communication, or understanding the deeper psychological forces that drive attraction, intimacy is a powerful and transformative part of any relationship. By embracing the complexity of intimacy, couples can create relationships that are not only filled with passion, but also grounded in love, respect, and emotional connection. In the fascinating field of cognitive psychology, one of the most thought-provoking phenomena is how individuals tend to assess their own intelligence, competence, and skills. It's a surprising yet frequent occurrence that people with limited knowledge or ability in a particular domain often overestimate their own capacity. On the other hand, those who are truly skilled and knowledgeable are more likely to downplay or underestimate their abilities. This discrepancy in self-assessment is known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias that offers deep insights into the complexity of human self-perception. The Dunning-Kruger effect occurs because individuals who lack proficiency in a certain area may not possess the awareness or expertise to recognize their own shortcomings. In contrast, people who are more skilled have a clearer understanding of the challenges and complexities within a subject, making them more aware of their limitations. This effect is a striking reminder of how fragile and distorted our self-perception can be, and it explains why people who lack knowledge may exhibit unwarranted confidence while those with real competence can sometimes feel inadequate. This cognitive bias has significant implications not only for personal growth, but also for relationships, work environments, and social dynamics. In relationships, for example, someone who overestimates their emotional intelligence or communication skills may struggle to connect with their partner on a deeper level, mistakenly believing they're doing enough to maintain the relationship when they're not. Conversely, a highly self-aware individual may worry excessively about their ability to satisfy their partner's emotional or physical needs, despite actually being quite attuned to them. These imbalances in self-perception can create tension in a relationship and impede true intimacy, as partners may fail to recognize their own role in either enhancing or undermining the connection. What makes the Dunning-Kruger effect so compelling is that it doesn't just apply to isolated instances, but is a pervasive phenomenon in everyday life. Whether it's in the workplace, within social circles, or in intimate relationships, people constantly evaluate themselves, often inaccurately. This effect becomes even more pronounced when we consider how it intersects with other psychological processes like self-esteem, ego, and emotional intelligence. When individuals fail to see themselves clearly, they may struggle to form authentic relationships or reach their full potential in various aspects of life. Parallel to the psychological aspects of self-perception and relationships, human intimacy and the biology of reproductive processes reveal similarly intricate and fascinating dynamics. The journey of fluids deposited within the female body during intercourse, for instance, showcases a complex interaction between male and female reproductive systems. When semen enters the female body, specifically the rectum during anal intercourse, it follows an intricate path. Part of the semen is eliminated naturally through the body's waste system, while another portion is absorbed through the mucosal lining of the rectum. While this absorption might not directly impact fertilization, it highlights the body's remarkable capacity to interact with foreign biological material and absorb essential components. This interaction between male and female physiology underscores the multifaceted nature of sexual intimacy. The biological processes at work during intimate acts are designed not only for reproduction, but also for the maintenance of bodily health and balance. While the primary role of semen in traditional reproductive terms is to fertilize an egg, the body's ability to absorb elements of semen suggests a more complex relationship between partners during intimacy. Seminal fluid contains a host of proteins, enzymes, and nutrients that, when absorbed by the body, could potentially influence immune responses, hormone regulation, and even emotional states. The biological mechanisms involved in intimacy and reproduction reveal a profound interconnectedness between partners. This physical closeness, combined with the exchange of biological material, deepens the connection between two people beyond what is immediately visible. Intimacy becomes not just a momentary physical act, but an experience that engages multiple systems within the body and mind, influencing emotional well-being, physical health, and even the long-term bond between partners. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. These biological processes are just one part of the broader landscape of human intimacy, which also includes psychological factors like attraction, desire, and emotional connection. As we explore the intricate web of dynamics that contribute to intimacy, it becomes clear that relationships are shaped by a combination of factors, both physical and psychological, that work in tandem to create a meaningful connection between two people. One of the most intriguing elements of attraction is the psychological draw many women feel toward men who display confidence, assertiveness, and strength. According to research, women often feel a heightened sense of attraction to men who project boldness and determination, as these traits signal reliability, leadership, and a sense of security. From an evolutionary perspective, these qualities may have been associated with a higher chance of survival and protection, which in turn made such men more desirable as long-term partners. When a man demonstrates confidence in his actions, this assertiveness can foster a deeper emotional response in a woman, as it taps into fundamental instincts related to safety and stability. The appeal of confidence is not purely about physical attraction. It's about the emotional and psychological signals that indicate a potential partner's ability to provide security, both emotionally and physically. In many relationships, this dynamic creates a powerful feedback loop, where assertiveness and boldness fuel attraction, which in turn deepens the emotional bond between partners. But the physiological and emotional dance between partners goes beyond outward displays of confidence. Another fascinating aspect of human intimacy is the way nonverbal cues, such as tears, can profoundly affect physical responses. Research has shown that when men are exposed to female tears, their levels of arousal and testosterone decrease. This phenomenon illustrates how emotional signals can trigger physiological changes, demonstrating the profound connection between mind and body. Tears, which often represent vulnerability and emotional expression, elicit a biological response in men that seems to encourage nurturing and protection rather than physical desire. This interaction between emotional states and physical responses emphasizes how intimacy is much more than the physical act itself. It's a complex interplay of emotions, biological reactions, and psychological connections that shape the way we experience closeness with another person. Intimacy is influenced by so many factors, whether it's the subtle signals our bodies send during emotional moments or the cognitive biases that affect how we see ourselves and our partners. All of these elements combine to create the rich, multifaceted experience of human relationships. Exploring these dimensions of intimacy, attraction, and self-perception allows us to better understand the true nature of human connection. It's not just about physical satisfaction or emotional closeness. It's about how these aspects are intricately woven together, influencing one another in unexpected and profound ways. By recognizing the psychological biases like the Dunning-Kruger effect that affect how we view ourselves and acknowledging the biological processes that shape intimacy, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of romantic relationships. In essence, the deeper we delve into the science of human behavior and intimacy, the more we uncover about what drives our actions, desires, and connections. Whether we are exploring the cognitive mechanisms that distort our self-perception or the physiological processes that occur during intimate acts, these insights help us navigate the complexities of relationships with greater awareness and understanding. Ultimately, this knowledge can empower us to build stronger, more fulfilling relationships based on trust, emotional connection, and mutual respect. Love is often described as one of the most transformative and powerful forces in the human experience. And it's much more than a fleeting emotion or momentary feeling. It reaches deep into our biology, psychology, and even our spirit, impacting our physical and emotional well-being in ways that go beyond what we can see or feel in the moment. When we fall in love or experience strong emotional connections with others, our brain responds by releasing a cascade of hormones, including endorphins, which are often referred to as nature's painkillers. These chemicals not only induce feelings of joy and euphoria, but also help alleviate physical pain and emotional distress, acting as a natural buffer during challenging times. This hormonal release is part of what makes love such a profound and healing experience. It's as though the mere act of loving and being loved becomes a protective shield against the hardships of life, offering solace in moments of grief, loss, or even physical discomfort. Love creates an emotional sanctuary where pain feels less sharp and the burdens of life become lighter. This chemical process explains why people in happy, loving relationships often report feeling healthier and more resilient. The emotional comfort provided by love has very real, measurable effects on the body and mind, reinforcing the idea that love is not just an emotion but a crucial aspect of overall well-being. However, love isn't sustained purely through emotional highs and chemical reactions. In the context of intimate relationships, the foundation of love rests heavily on communication, mutual understanding, and a willingness to grow together. One of the most critical components of a healthy relationship is the ability to openly communicate with your partner about your desires, boundaries, and emotional needs. Unfortunately, many people underestimate the importance of these discussions, which can lead to misunderstandings, unmet expectations, and even resentment. Studies have shown that couples who take the time to openly discuss their intimate needs, explore their boundaries, and express their emotional vulnerabilities tend to experience far greater levels of satisfaction and connection. This type of communication creates a sense of emotional safety that allows both partners to feel seen, heard, and valued. It breaks down barriers that might otherwise prevent the deepening of the relationship and fosters a more intimate and fulfilling connection. When both partners feel comfortable expressing their desires and preferences, they can create an intimate bond that is built on trust, respect, and mutual pleasure. Experimentation is another key factor in maintaining a vibrant, satisfying relationship. Over time, the initial excitement and passion in a relationship can begin to wane as couples fall into routines. While comfort and routine are valuable, they can sometimes lead to a sense of monotony or boredom if not balanced with spontaneity and creativity. Couples who are open to trying new things, whether it's exploring new places together, learning something new, or experimenting with different ways of expressing intimacy, often report feeling more connected and engaged in their relationship. Being willing to step out of the comfort zone together and share new experiences can reignite the passion that first brought the couple together. This doesn't have to mean drastic changes, but could involve subtle shifts in how partners express affection or make time for each other. It's the process of discovery, the shared journey of exploration, that breathes new life into the relationship and reinforces the bond between lovers. By embracing a spirit of curiosity and adventure, couples can keep the flame of their connection alive and ensure that the relationship continues to grow and evolve. Interestingly, the physical environment in which intimacy takes place also plays a significant role in shaping the quality of the experience. It's not just about what happens between partners, but also about the atmosphere and setting in which those moments occur. Research has shown that the right environment, such as a space filled with soft lighting, calming music, and a relaxing ambience, can significantly enhance both physical and emotional enjoyment. This isn't simply about aesthetics. It's about creating a space where both partners feel safe, comfortable, and able to fully relax into the moment. When the surroundings are thoughtfully curated to support emotional and physical closeness, it can help both partners feel more attuned to each other, allowing them to connect on a deeper level. A romantic and soothing environment can remove distractions and stress, making it easier for individuals to be present with their partner, heightening the overall experience of intimacy. It's a reminder that creating moments of connection involves more than just the people involved. It also requires attention to the details of the space in which love and intimacy unfold. On a more biological level, another fascinating aspect of attraction and intimacy lies in the role of pheromones, chemical signals that our bodies emit to communicate with those around us, often on a subconscious level. Pheromones are known to play a role in attraction, signaling to others qualities such as genetic fitness and compatibility. Though we may not be consciously aware of it, these subtle chemical signals can influence our attraction to others, shaping our romantic and sexual preferences in ways that go beyond the surface. Pheromones are part of a broader biological system that governs much of human attraction and desire. These invisible cues can increase arousal and deepen the bond between individuals by tapping into our primal instincts. While much of modern romance focuses on emotional and intellectual compatibility, there is also a significant biological component to why we are drawn to certain people over others. This combination of chemistry, both literal and metaphorical, plays a fundamental role in shaping our intimate relationships. Equally intriguing is the concept of romantic imprinting, a psychological process where early experiences with love and intimacy leave a lasting impact on how we approach relationships in the future. Our first experiences with love, whether in childhood or early adulthood, create a template for how we understand and navigate romantic relationships later in life. This imprinting can affect everything from the type of partners we're drawn to how we communicate in relationships, to our expectations around love and intimacy. Romantic imprinting often explains why people find themselves repeating patterns in their relationships, whether healthy or unhealthy. Those who have experienced love in a nurturing, supportive way may seek out similar dynamics in their adult relationships, while those who have experienced neglect or emotional instability may unconsciously gravitate toward those same dynamics later in life. Understanding the impact of these early experiences is crucial for breaking negative patterns and fostering healthier, more fulfilling relationships. By recognizing the ways in which we've been shaped by our past, we can make more conscious choices in our present and future relationships. Finally, the topic of female climax continues to capture the interest of researchers and couples alike, as it remains a complex and varied experience. Unlike male climax, which is often more straightforward and physically driven, the female climax is influenced by a wide range of factors, physical, emotional, and psychological. For many women, achieving climax requires not only physical stimulation, but also a deep sense of emotional connection and trust with their partner. Comfort, communication, and mutual understanding play pivotal roles in creating the conditions necessary for female pleasure. Research has shown that women who feel emotionally safe and connected to their partners are far more likely to experience physical satisfaction during intimacy. This highlights the intricate relationship between the mind and body when it comes to pleasure and intimacy. Climax for women is often as much about feeling understood, respected, and cared for as it is about physical stimulation. This underscores the importance of a holistic approach to intimacy, where emotional and psychological well-being is prioritized alongside physical connection. In conclusion, love, attraction, and intimacy are not just surface-level experiences. They are deeply intertwined with our biology, psychology, and emotional well-being. From the chemical reactions in our brains to the subtle signals of pheromones, from the importance of communication and experimentation to the lasting impact of early romantic experiences, love touches every part of our lives. When we take the time to nurture these connections, both emotionally and physically, we create relationships that are not only passionate and fulfilling but also resilient and enduring. By understanding and embracing the full spectrum of what it means to love and be loved, we can build stronger, deeper, and more meaningful relationships with those we hold dear. Mutual understanding and emotional support are essential ingredients for a deeply satisfying intimate life, but the depth of connection goes beyond what we experience in the moment. It's not just about physical acts or fleeting emotions. Intimacy is a multifaceted, ongoing dialogue between partners that touches on the emotional, psychological, and physical realms. One often overlooked aspect of this connection is aftercare, a critical practice that can transform a good relationship into a truly fulfilling one. Aftercare refers to the attention and care that partners offer each other following intimate encounters, particularly when those encounters involve exploring boundaries or engaging in intense experiences. This is the time when partners can reconnect emotionally, providing comfort, reassurance, and open communication to ensure both feel safe, understood, and valued. The purpose of aftercare is to nurture the emotional bond between partners, creating a deeper sense of trust that strengthens the relationship over time. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The concept of aftercare is especially important when relationships venture into more adventurous or vulnerable territory. When couples push the boundaries of intimacy, emotionally or physically, it can stir up a range of emotions, some of which may be difficult to process in the moment. Aftercare creates a space where these emotions can be acknowledged and validated, allowing partners to decompress together and reaffirm their connection. It's about recognizing that intimacy doesn't end when the physical act does. Instead, it continues as a process of emotional support and mutual care that deepens the relationship. This practice of aftercare doesn't have to be elaborate. Sometimes, it's as simple as holding each other, talking about the experience, or engaging in gentle, comforting gestures that communicate love and appreciation. What matters is that both partners feel emotionally attended to, ensuring that any feelings of vulnerability are met with understanding and warmth. Over time, incorporating aftercare into a relationship can foster an unbreakable trust, making both partners feel more comfortable exploring their desires and needs because they know they'll always be emotionally supported. As we examine the different facets of human intimacy, it's clear that nurturing relationships require more than just physical closeness. A deep understanding of the emotional, psychological, and biological forces at play is essential for fostering long-lasting and satisfying connections. The complex interplay of biology, psychology, and communication sets the foundation for a relationship that is both passionate and emotionally fulfilling. Open communication is the cornerstone of any successful intimate relationship. Many couples struggle because they shy away from discussing their desires, boundaries, or emotional needs. Often, there's a fear of vulnerability or rejection, which can create barriers to true intimacy. However, when partners are willing to engage in these honest conversations, it transforms the relationship. It allows for deeper emotional connection, greater physical satisfaction, and the feeling of being truly understood by your partner. Communication is the key to unlocking the full potential of a relationship, and it's a skill that requires ongoing effort and practice. Partners who openly discuss their intimate desires and boundaries tend to experience higher levels of satisfaction because they feel safe and understood. When both individuals are aware of each other's preferences, they can work together to create a fulfilling and balanced dynamic that satisfies both parties. This level of understanding eliminates guesswork and allows both partners to feel empowered to express their needs, which in turn strengthens the emotional bond between them. Equally important to communication is the role that experimentation plays in maintaining the vibrancy of a relationship. Intimacy, much like any other aspect of life, can become routine or predictable over time if couples do not actively seek to explore new aspects of their connection. Whether it's trying new activities together, experimenting with different ways of showing affection, or even engaging in new forms of physical intimacy, couples who keep a sense of curiosity and exploration alive tend to have stronger, more fulfilling relationships. The willingness to experiment in a relationship doesn't just apply to the bedroom, it can encompass all forms of connection. It could be as simple as finding new hobbies to enjoy together, planning spontaneous adventures, or deepening emotional conversations. This exploration of new experiences keeps the relationship dynamic and engaging, continually offering new layers of connection that help partners grow closer together over time. It allows couples to rediscover each other in ways they may not have thought possible, which keeps the passion and excitement alive. However, the quality of the intimate experience isn't just determined by what happens between partners, it's also influenced by the environment in which intimacy occurs. The setting plays a crucial role in shaping the emotional and physical tone of an encounter. Studies have shown that creating a romantic, comfortable environment, such as dim lighting, soft music, and a peaceful atmosphere, can greatly enhance the quality of intimate moments. When the surroundings are conducive to relaxation and emotional openness, it helps both partners feel more connected, allowing them to focus on each other without distraction. The creation of an intimate environment is more than just an aesthetic choice. It's a way to signal to your partner that you're invested in the experience and in making them feel valued. Whether it's preparing a quiet space where you can connect, lighting candles, or simply making sure you're both comfortable, these small gestures go a long way in reinforcing the emotional bond. By making the environment supportive of emotional and physical intimacy, partners can create the perfect backdrop for deepening their connection. At a more primal level, the role of pheromones and body chemistry in attraction cannot be overlooked. Pheromones are chemical signals that the body naturally emits, and though they are often unnoticed on a conscious level, they play a significant role in determining physical attraction. These subtle signals can influence our perception of others and increase arousal, often without us even realizing it. This subconscious biological process underscores the idea that chemistry between two people is as much a matter of biology as it is of emotional or intellectual compatibility. The interaction of pheromones is a reminder that while we often focus on the emotional or psychological aspects of intimacy, there are invisible biological forces at work that shape our attractions. These chemical signals serve as a natural foundation for the bond that grows between two people, influencing everything from initial attraction to long-term physical connection. Pheromones demonstrate that intimacy is truly an all-encompassing experience, involving every level of our being, from biology to emotions and beyond. On a psychological level, the concept of romantic imprinting adds another layer to our understanding of love and desire. Imprinting refers to the way early experiences with love, whether in childhood or in our first romantic relationships, shape how we approach intimacy in the future. These early experiences create a template that can affect how we seek out relationships, how we behave within them, and what we expect from a partner. For instance, individuals who grew up in environments where love was expressed openly and warmly may develop healthy, secure attachment styles, while those who experienced emotional neglect may struggle with vulnerability and trust later in life. Understanding romantic imprinting is key to recognizing patterns in our own behavior and relationships. By acknowledging how our past experiences have shaped our expectations, we can take steps to break unhealthy cycles or reinforce positive behaviors. This self-awareness not only helps us become better partners, but it also allows us to build healthier, more satisfying relationships going forward. Finally, the female climax is another area that deserves special attention when discussing the depth of human intimacy. The ability for women to experience climax is influenced by a combination of physical, emotional, and psychological factors. While physical stimulation plays a role, emotional connection, trust, and communication are often just as important. Women who feel comfortable and secure in their relationships are far more likely to experience physical satisfaction, underscoring the importance of emotional intimacy in fostering fulfilling intimate experiences. Climax is not just about physical pleasure, it's about feeling understood, respected, and deeply connected to one's partner. The emotional context of the relationship often determines how satisfying intimacy will be. When both partners prioritize trust, open communication, and emotional safety, they create the conditions for more fulfilling intimate experiences. What have you learned from this deep exploration of intimacy and connection? Comment below on one thing that resonated with you and that you'll apply in your relationships or personal life. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content on relationships, psychology, and personal growth.